All right, let's welcome back in the Powerhouse panel. Having a lot of fun on this Friday morning. We've got the full panel back. Mark Halperin, Amy Tarkanian, Chris Arps with us. Mark Halperin is, what's that say? He's from the SEIU. I don't know if he's robbing the neighbor's house or if there is a thrift shop directly next door to where he lives.
Say, he's got more clothes than I do.
I think Mark's in New Bedford, Massachusetts right now, but he's very, very stylish. Mark, good morning. What are we adorning now?
Do you know where I am, Rob? I'm in Dyersville, Iowa.
Oh, you're in
where
Iowa.
The game was played last night. Not as you keep saying, Dubuque.
It was
Iowa.
Dubuque, Mark. It's Dubuque. It's
No,
Dubuque.
it's Dyersville.
Okay, well, it starts with a D. I mean, we tried, didn't we?
Okay, you're close. I'm wearing my SEIU jacket that was given to me by the head of the SEIU several years ago, and it is the first time, according to historians of Wake Up America, that I've worn purple on the broadcast.
That's very good. We've been on the air for a little shy of a year now, but things are going great. By the way, the White Sox beat the Yankees 9-8 in that I almost said Miracle on Ice, but Field of Dreams game last night. Chris, I'll tell you what, you're in the Midwest there. Iowa, people from Iowa they're unique, they're special. I love, when I was in Kansas City, I met a bunch of people from Iowa, went up there, spent some time. That's a very unique place. The sunsets are unreal. But I was watching this game last night, and I played baseball in high school, and I would aim for the corn every single pitch. I would swing away.
I think I would too, and I spent a lot of time in Iowa during the Cruz campaign. It was very, very cold. That's where I got a chance to meet Mark Halperin when he was doing his Showtime show.
Did he brush you off? Did he big time you? That's what he does to everybody.
Say it again.
Did he try to big time you, or was he nice, Mark Halperin?
He was very nice. I have to admit that. Now, there weren't a lot of black people in Iowa during the presidential campaign, so I think that's why he remembers me. Hopefully.
Of course he does.
I think I dedicated an entire episode to Chris out of
I think
incredible
so, yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Season 1, Episode 3.
Season 1, Episode 3. Chris, Amy, you brought up the masks in schools thing last hour, and I just want anybody that's just tuning in to wake up right now. I just thought this was really fascinating. One of the most liberal states in the country, Massachusetts, the western part of the state, which is the most liberal part of the state, they had a school board meeting, and the topic was masking in schools. Now, many Massachusetts school districts will not be requiring kids to wear masks. If you want them to wear masks, you certainly can do that. This comes from Turtle Boy Sports. I thought this was amazing. A woman who is pro-mask brought up Dr. Fauci as a solid resource. Listen carefully to the reaction that she got from a room full of parents. Take a listen.
In fighting COVID under rules established by health experts, one would have to dismiss the views of highly educated and experienced scientists, people like Dr. Anthony Fauci or doctors.
Every time I hear that, Amy, it sounds like a laugh track.
Yes, yeah, it does. I was just at a Unmask Our Children rally in Carson City where we had a nice sized group there. And I played a portion of Dr. Fauci's most recent statement where he says that most people enjoy their freedom. And then, there's always a but. And I had the same reaction. There were over 700 people in attendance at the same time in Las Vegas. People are done. I was also recently in Florida on vacation, and the people there are not going at each other's throats. You had lots of people who had chosen to become vaccinated. Half were wearing masks, half were not wearing masks. But guess what? It was their choice, and they were happy to make their choice.
Amy travels more than most airline pilots. Every single episode, she's somewhere different. But I also think that just when you see that, that's a room full of parents. That's what the American people, like that's a good mark. You do panels all the time. That's what people think of Dr. Fauci now. They think he's a joke. I mean, that's a liberal crowd, a majority liberal crowd, no question about it in that part of the state, in that state, which I thought was interesting. Joe Biden's on vacation. Yesterday, he left for Wilmington, Delaware. He's going to spend the next several days there. There are several different crises happening right now in this country. One is taking place in Afghanistan. Ned Price says that they want to keep the U.S. Embassy open in Kabul, the capital of Afghanistan, the largest city. About 5 million people live there in the eastern part of the country. Take a listen to what he had to say yesterday.
We are planning for all contingencies. This was a contingency, in fact, that we had planned for. So I'm not going to entertain hypotheticals. I'm not going to go into what additional contingencies may arise. But it's very important to say that our embassy remains open and our diplomatic mission will endure.
Mark, you know, President Biden keeps the lightest schedule since Eisenhower. This situation, Kabul, they're going to take, we had Fred Flights on just about 30 minutes ago here on the program. He said the Taliban will take Kabul, the capital city, within a month. And that's the head of the snake right there. You take Kabul, you run Afghanistan. So this is going to be a situation that we had 25 years ago all over again, and it took like 2 months.
Okay, so I think there's two ways to look at this. One is it is going to be a human rights and geopolitical catastrophe, and it happened on Joe Biden's watch. That's just a reality. I don't think anybody has any illusions. On the other hand, this is what Donald Trump wanted. This is what the American people wanted. As bad as this is going to be, the alternative was to continue to fight an endless war. So you can quibble with the way they've handled it for sure. But I think it's just, no matter what they did, no matter how they tried to sequence things, this was going to happen once the U.S. pulled out. And I agree with the administration. I agree with President Trump. The Afghan people, if they want their country, let them fight for it. This is not an American war.
Yeah, something we didn't get a lot of coverage yesterday. The Pentagon announcing that they are sending 3,000 more troops back into Afghanistan so diplomats and people that have been allies to the United States can get out safely. So 3,000 troops are being put back into Afghanistan in the middle of this. I mean, the situation has gotten so bad in a very short period of time.
And Rob?
Yep. Amy, we got to scoot. We've got an expert coming up on the border, but we will see you top of the hour, Mark. Look forward to the wardrobe change. Keep it going. Don't get lazy in the middle of the show here. Chris, good to see you. Amy,
Just you wait. I saved the best for last.
As they say. All right, panel, we'll see you again top of the hour. Looking forward to it.